Hello, my name is Christina Parker Brown, and I want to talk to you today about how Gavel Club or Speech Club can change and enrich your life. George Jessel is a comedian who once said, "The human brain starts working the moment that you're born and never stops until you get up to speak in public." Can you all relate? Gavel is the one thing that will scare you to death, but it will also impact you and open doors in a way that for teenagers no other high school club or class can. And the same goes for adults. It can open doors to things that you wouldn't be able to do without the ability to speak and communicate well. Imagine how your life could be different with a Gavel Club or a speech club. Imagine how being able to communicate well could affect and influence not only the man or woman that you marry, but your friendships, your current or your future career, and also your ability to share the gospel. I want to talk to you today about 3 ways that a Gavel or speech club can change your life. Now, the first way is through self-confidence. Self-confidence affects every single aspect of our lives. My oldest daughter, Jessica, joined our local Gavel Club 4 years ago. Within 1 year, she became a vice president of a local teen homeschool group, and within 2 years she became the president, I believe, because of the self-confidence that she gained through our Gavel Club. My middle daughter is an actress and performer, and Gavel Club has not only helped her obtain lead roles, but it's also really sharpened her performances. What I love as an advisor to our local Gavel Club is to be able to see the change in self-confidence of all speakers from that first speech at the beginning of the year to the last speech at the end of the year. And this goes not only for the newbies, but also the seasoned Gaveliers and also all the Gaveliers that have come before. It is tremendously rewarding to watch such a significant difference in self-confidence. The second way that Gavel can change your life is in your career. We are always selling something, whether it's a product, an idea, or ourselves. And being well-spoken increases our credibility. Hiring decision makers list the communication skill as the #1 skill they seek in new hires. And it also looks really good on a transcript or a resume. I personally know a hiring decision maker who puts all of the resumes that have Toastmaster experience to the top of the pile. And speaking in leadership programs cost hundreds of dollars. I know because I've spent it. Proverbs 31 Ministry has a She Speaks conference every July in Concord, and if you get the opportunity to go. It is excellent. But it runs about $700, $750. And although it is tremendous and it sells out every single year, it is expensive. Gavel Club only costs about $1.50 a week at our local Gavel Club. And did you know that more than 3,000 U.S. companies sponsor and invest in in-house Toastmaster clubs, including Walt Disney World, Coca-Cola, and Apple Computer? These employers see the benefit of investing money into their employees' communication skills. The third way that Gavel can change your life is in the skills that you'll develop. And these skills will last a lifetime. There is no small job in Gavel Club because every job gets you up practicing speaking in public in front of a safe audience. A lot of these jobs will cross over, and I don't have time to go through every single one, but I did want to talk about some that I thought were the most relevant. There are officer roles in Gavel Club, and as far as an officer, you learn professionalism, leadership, how to welcome and introduce guests, how to make announcements, how to set the tone of a meeting, and also how to run an election. As a Gavel Master, you learn phone skills, organization skills, how to lead a meeting, how to create an agenda. As a secret greeter, you learn discretion. As a game master, you learn how to instruct and implement a game, teaching everyone how to work together. As a ballot master, you learn preparation skills, getting all the awards signed by the president before the meeting begins. And you also learn the importance of your vote. As a timer, you learn how to pay strict attention during a meeting. You are communicating with the speaker using a timer and warning lights. And it can be really hard and difficult if you start getting into a speech. So it really teaches you to be mindful. As a joke master, you learn the fine art of telling a joke, the beauty of timing and the importance of pauses and inflection. As an improv victim or a table topics victim, you learn how to think on your feet, how to manage a topic you may know nothing about, and also how to create a story. As an audience, you improve your listening skills and you learn how to give feedback. As a speaker, you learn writing, goal setting, focus, poise, vocal variety, critical thinking. You learn how to overcome your fears. You learn how to become a role model to others. You learn about yourself, what you love, what you're passionate about, how to practice, and how to feel comfortable in your own skin. And you also learn delivery methods such as how to inform, how to persuade, and how to inspire. I know for teenagers especially, it's really hard to wrap your brain around what your life will look like in 20 years, but I have that hindsight. And I would give all the tea in China if I would have had the opportunity of a speech or a Gavel Club as a teenager. I recently read an article in the Toastmasters Club magazine, and it was talking about how people in history would have benefited from having a Gavel Club. And one of the people that they spoke about was Moses. You know, Moses was really distressed about leading the Israelites out of Egypt. Imagine what a Gavel Club would have done for his confidence and persuasive speaking ability. Now, we know that God used Moses just as he was, but it is something to think about. And it also mentioned how Mark Twain was really disgruntled with Charles Dickens' recitations. He said that he gave them without any heart or feeling. So imagine what a more engaging style verbally would have done for Charles Dickens and for his listeners. And then just this past spring, I was reading in a landmark history book with my 8-year-old, and it was talking about how in the late 1900s presidential elections started to change and personality became more important. But it mentioned that Washington, Madison, Monroe, and Jefferson did not like to speak in public. As a matter of fact, President Washington's farewell address wasn't even spoken by him. It was written in a newspaper. And they said that Washington was a poor, and I later heard somewhere else, a soft-spoken speaker. Now, knowing their tremendous contribution to our country, imagine what it might have been had they had the ability to speak well. And what about you? How can God use you? How can you use these skills to not only better yourself, but also to help other people, no matter how old you are? You know, whether you become a professional CEO, a stay-at-home mom, or a missionary, your ability to communicate well and to share an idea can change the world. You know, a year in a speech or a Gavel Club class is kind of like unwrapping a present, the gift of yourself. And I enjoy so much watching students, the journey of them unwrapping theirs. So my advice is to embrace the process. Thank you.